Boom. We're recording?
We're recording.
And I'm sitting down. We have literally a blank piece of paper.
Number one rule, don't stare straight at the camera.
I probably spent 30 seconds setting up that shot.
Oh, that's how long you have to set things up.
Wow, I mean, the room was kind of already set up, but I just sort of adjusted everything very briefly. But sometimes you don't need to be a perfectionist about things.
No, but you're also setting up for another podcast.
True, we've got other podcasts. We've got another one this evening, so I'm kind of like doing the work then for that. So this is kind of basically the same look.
Yeah.
Just being like a little bit less of a perfectionist about it.
Except now we're doing our own.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
Nice.
Hello. Wow.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast. This is the first episode.
We don't even have a name yet. Reese has come up with a name, and he hasn't told me yet. So, what is your thoughts? I don't even really know what it's going to be sort of about. Just sort of us creating a podcast, keeping it as natural and like realistic about the whole process of how we create, because we create podcasts for other people, right?
Yeah.
We actually haven't really made our own one.
No.
Well, at least not together.
No, well, I did.
You did the way through, right?
I did the way through in our old studio.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that was cool audio.
Yeah.
But we did not have like the visual side of it.
Yeah.
Or it was actually unusable when I looked at it, and it was like super average looking. But now we're all pro.
Yeah, we are pro. We've upgraded a bit.
Yeah, I think like one of the main things, is just to try and like have an example or show people.
I've also just realised
how to be natural.
The mics aren't recording.
Yeah.
This is part of the process, so I'm going to press record.
Hit record. So you would have been hearing camera audio.
And now we're on the mics. So
one job.
This is
one job.
We had one job, yeah. This is the like I said, the amount of time and prep that I've put into this.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's the difference between the camera audio and the.
But we're lucky because through setting it up all the time, we can kind of like be super flexible and set things up really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing this podcast for ages.
Yeah, we've had a few chats about it for a while.
Yeah. But I think like the main thing is we do podcasts for people all the time.
That's right.
But we're either too busy, which actually isn't an excuse now.
Yeah.
Or what are we going to do a podcast about, and that it takes so much planning and all of those kinds of things that mean that you don't do it. But it's actually none of those things.
Totally.
Because if you're just like naturally going and talking about something that you're interested in, then you just talk.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about being like a professional is actually just being able to talk, not planning. I mean, if you're going to be asking people, questions and you're trying to like do an interview, that's completely different. But you should just be able to switch it on, like minimal setup, and just like start doing it.
This is literally like the minimalist, well, apart from the tech side, we've done almost zero planning. We've done a little bit of thought like independently.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked properly about what we want to do. There's been like, no discussion. We've just sort of sat down and we've just sort of opened our mouths.
Yeah.
And we're going to just chat about what it is we're chatting about, which is today, I guess, the podcast, which is about.
Yeah, we're literally going to figure that out. But then as soon as you decide that you are going to do a podcast, I mean, like my brain has been running through 10 million different things in the last few days and telling people that I'm going to do it. And they're like, what is it about? And I'm like, well, this is what it is about. Really, I mean, on the most simple basis, it is a platform for Crescendo. Yeah. I mean, we have an amazing studio. Like I said, we're doing like 10 million podcasts for people, so 100%. We should have our own in some format. It's quite ridiculous
that we don't. Yeah.
So that's the main thing. I want to like experiment, not like straight up just like have the best podcast out of everyone that comes in here, but we should have the most experimental podcast to show people different like examples of how you can do things, and then we get to learn things along the way.
Exactly.
I mean, we'll figure it out.
Because we're kind of limited on like project to project by like the budget constraints or whatever the client's constraints are. Like, we never really get the opportunity to like freely experiment, to be like, let's just throw this light or this new microphone, or let's just record in a different place with zero stakes, with no limitations. So that's kind of what it's about, really, is just pushing the limits of what we think podcasting is.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will improve our own craft, and we'll have the better experience for when new podcasts come and they go, can we have this really strange request? And we go, we've actually already done that.
Yeah, like look at our podcast. We're just like throwing a whole bunch of different stuff into it. Also just allowing other people to come in and record, like some of the students as well.
Totally.
Just like interview themselves, put that on the platform. We get to make a whole bunch of like social media clips and stuff like that we can like constantly show that we're actually working and doing stuff day to day. And I think keeping it in like this less polished, because I think a big like maybe misconception of people who create a podcast is it has to be super polished, and I guess for some environments like businesses it might need to be, but it doesn't need to be. It can be like super unscripted, super unprepared, and as long as you sort of have the main like directive and of what you're trying to do, then you can still create something interesting and cool for people to watch. Yeah, like so far we probably wouldn't have made a cut in the edit and
probably
post.
Not. No.
But at any point we could just cut and move on to something else, right? But the whole point is to kind of show in reverse what it would look like if you were just talking normally.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do as little cuts as possible. I mean, we're recording on one camera right now.
Yeah.
We will probably do a 3-camera shot.
Yeah.
But really, we're just trying to do the easiest thing possible. So at the moment, we're taxing onto, a setup that's been, been set up for a recording this afternoon. And we're just jumping into doing recording before we've got other work on.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I was thinking of doing on the podcast is splitting it up. Phone's ringing, but it's on silent.
Smart move.
Don't need to answer that. So I want to go through all of the things that we kind of do day to day that people would find interesting, that we're just like, I was saying to someone this morning, it's just like, oh, next job. But we don't really talk about it, or I would like to reflect on the jobs. And number one, just being like fully transparent and just sharing with people like all the experiences that we have over all these jobs and cool things that we get to do, but just start putting ourselves out there a little bit more on the other side of the camera to kind of like demonstrate that you've just got to kind of work through it. Like just don't be too protective of like how you look. Or, I don't know if it's going to be interesting or not.
What if like the mic didn't work for the first few minutes of the, oh no, we've got to cut it. How are we going to have to re-record something? Nah, who cares?
I don't think you've ever forgotten to turn the mic on. That's got to be like the first time.
I think I have actually done it once before.
Hardly ever.
I have once. And luckily, I noticed, like, while they were speaking, they said, like, welcome to this podcast. Today, we're going to be doing this. And then I realized I hadn't pressed record. So I kind of, like, smoothly was like, hey, sorry, can we just say that one more time? Which just wasn't quite clear or something.
I mean, of course, we've forgotten to press record.
Yeah, it has happened to me once. But once that happened, I've never made the same mistake again.
That's a cool topic.
I triple check everything now.
Disasters is a good one.
So easy.
I'm
going to
write this down. Like worst
things that's happened to us.
Worst
for like a project.
Studio experiences across the board. Should I just
just rattle them off?
Rattle like a few ideas that I had. So of course we're going to do like a podcast about podcasting. So that'll be like mic techniques. We'll like trial using different mics. So we'll try like a lav, and a boom mic. Then we'll go through like the different camera lenses, setups. What we're using to edit. Whole bunch of things like that. Even just like podcasting host skills and things like that. So all of that is kind of what we would be explaining to people when they come in the studio for the first time, or when we're planning a podcast and we're trying to like get the people comfortable, tell them how it works, showing them examples of the work.
Exactly.
So instead of us explaining that to people every time, maybe it might be a resource that we can point people towards.
Absolutely, or just anyone who wants to create a podcast, not even necessarily our clients, just people in
totally.
general.
How to put it on platforms. maybe like a little bit of how we edit, and like we'll show that, and we'll do an edit in the studio and show that. So that's kind of like the podcasting. I mean, it's kind of like we do workshops for podcasts. So we'll just do one of those live, but actually kind of show you how it all works, which would be cool.
Yeah.
So podcasting, and then if you do see this and you want to ask questions about it, then just ask, and then we'll just do it in the next episode.
100%.
Yeah.
We're just going to do it on
it's
the
a real
fly.
life TV show. We could take a call.
Yeah. Call the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
That could be an interesting episode. Yeah.
But like just to test the technology.
Totally. We've never done that before.
Yeah. I've set it up for people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Taking, I think like one young guy from Henderson High School, I think like interviewed his grandma.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and she was just on the phone. It works very well.
I suppose we've done Zoom calls, which is kind of a similar thing, I suppose, all the time.
Yeah, so show you what Zoom call, like Ryan can go down into one of the booths. Yeah. we'll do an episode on a Zoom call. Yeah.
And go to the pros and cons. Yeah.
So that's something we do heaps of. And then, I mean, continuing to show like the background of what we do every day. So next to podcasting, I mean, music production. So like I'm even thinking we'll write a song live.
Bro.
just
see what comes out.
What happens.
It might be totally hot trash, but we'll sort of see how it goes.
Then you'd never see it.
Yeah.
Like it never happened.
Well,
and then delete the
just delete the episode.
Yeah. And that I said that we were going to do it. Yeah. But I think that would be cool. Put ourselves under the pump.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ryan will be playing keys. I'll get you to like play some chords.
Sure. Yeah, cool.
And then I don't know, maybe record it into the Roadcaster. And then I will sing a song.
Okay.
Cool.
Done
and
deal.
then maybe we'll record it or get someone else to record it. Anyway, show you the music production process.
Music production, cool.
Or like any of the questions that you have around getting prepped for like recording a band, or like what we would tell people when they come into the studio. So like going through all of these are just everyday conversations that we have.
Yeah.
So what to bring, what to send us beforehand, just a whole bunch of things to just get prepped beforehand.
Yeah.
And then kind of how we work on music production and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So music production.
Yeah. We also do a lot of audiobooks as well.
Yeah. So
we can even go into that, like dialogue recording.
So I'm going to do, like how the audiobook process works. Also going to like make some other clips that I'm doing with Dakin at the moment, which are going to be like more short
form.
Short clips of how all that works. I might even do some like do like a podcast on how to read well.
How to read. Going back to school with Reese.
Yeah. I'm glad I said how to read well, not good.
Yeah.
Because I get corrected by my partner.
But not just read, it's also like reading aloud. That's kind of what you're meaning, right? Is not just reading. Because everyone thinks, well, not everyone, but a lot of people think they're like a really fast reader and they're really good and they read books that are so fast and they're so good and whatever. But then they try to read a book and it's like they can't get their words out. And it's a totally different skill that people don't even realize that they need for like a narration type thing.
And everyone brings so much different experience into it that you'll be able to like lean on some parts, but then you just might be missing.
Totally.
So.
And also find that like in my experience, it's been very like quite varied in terms of skill in relation to experience. Like some people I've recorded with zero experience who have been better with like voice actors for audiobooks.
Oh.
And it's insane. 100%. And it does, so sometimes it's not actually just skill. It's also just like, I don't know, maybe it's just like an innate thing. I'll be able to read clearly like in one swoop. No retakes,
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a correlation between
100%. There is a
like what your brain is telling you, communicating like with yourself, like the self-doubt and the self talk.
Yeah.
And being able to like manage that in real time and like calm yourself
yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
and like recalibrate while you're talking.
It 100% is a mental thing as well of like confidence, self-doubt. You can get in your head a lot.
Yeah.
100% that's a factor.
Yeah, so we're going to go over all that
that's a
kind
deep
of stuff.
topic we can go down.
And then on top of that, I'm going to hopefully G myself up to start getting all of the, people that come in to record audiobooks and do like an interview with them.
Live review of how I worked.
Yeah.
How was your experience?
Kind of like, that's just the kind of stuff where I've got to like, get confident enough to like call those people in and do it. Because there's some pretty like big name,
For sure. It's kind of one of those things
of different people.
With like, I guess a lot of podcasts who interview like kind of celebrity-esque, those type of podcasts.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it gets easier getting people on board the more you do. Like the first one's always going to be the hardest. But then when you've done like 20 people, the 21st person is going to see those 20 people and go like, okay, this is cool. You're actually kind of like this is a cool interview.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll do it,
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things that once we get the ball rolling, it'll be easy to be like, hey, by the way.
Obviously, if you're recording it, you can interview the person that you've...
Totally, yeah.
It wouldn't make sense for me to do it that way.
No, you know nothing of the thing, but like engineer and narrative for the audiobook.
Yeah.
It's an interesting marketing tactic for the book, maybe.
Well, yeah, and I was actually speaking to somebody about that this morning where it's kind of like an untapped market.
Yeah.
Like quite often when you see audiobooks getting released, they have this like still shot from the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a couple of other like social media things.
Totally.
And that's kind of it. They go do podcasts quite often because they're normally like really good speakers or got like amazing things. Or they're doing talks and stuff like that.
But that's not necessarily for the audiobook. That's more for like the book in general, right?
So I want to cross over between talking about their experience of recording an audiobook.
That's quite good because a lot of people who record an audiobook it's their first time. I'd say probably like, I don't know, 90% of people who record an audiobook, it's like their first time recording one.
Yeah, so, and then they have this experience afterwards. They're like, oh, I never knew I was going to like learn all that stuff about my voice or...
Crossing over the audiobook and podcast world.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
So that's going to be cool.
That's an avenue.
We probably get... How many books do we do a year? At the moment, maybe like up to 15. Probably between 10 and 15, I think.
That's plenty of episodes.
So, super cool.
Yeah.
So, audiobooks. What else do we do? We do, like, voiceover.
Yeah.
So, how many voiceover things have you done? You've done a few now.
Maybe half a dozen.
Yeah. So, a whole bunch of people want to get into voice acting.
Oh, totally.
Doing ads and all that kind of thing.
Totally, yeah.
So, people want to know how you get into it.
Absolutely. Let's show you the setup, the process of I guess like taking because a lot of it is over Zoom that we do.
Or like the producers. Producers will be overseas, and I'll have the talent here.
Yeah.
But quite often there'll be like different creative teams and stuff from different countries or multiple people kind of watching in.
Yeah.
Even just the very first thing you need to do is probably get a voice reel together.
Totally, yeah.
And then get that voice reel on some of the agency websites and actually contact them. So like that alone is usually like but it's a block. It's a block for people because they're like, oh, how do I do it? Once you start, with some of the instructions that I'll kind of give, like the easiest thing to do is you just start transcribing some ads that you hear on the radio. Or you just start grabbing ads of anything, there has been some point where you've thought, oh, I'd be really good at doing the voice of, that company.
Totally.
So just do it. Transcribe it and record it into your phone and just practice it. And then all we're doing is we're trying to grab like a nice diverse range of fast and slow and just try and get a range of everything that your voice can do.
Yeah.
If you can do accents and those kind of things, then we just record them all and then stitch them together in a show reel. And that's like the first thing. You can't really do anything without a reel.
Yeah, totally.
And And then just realizing that there's different types of voice work. You know, you might be doing like long instructional kind of stuff for, you know, like online web series or for a company, you know, safety videos or something, which you would never see them in media.
Yeah.
But there's like huge jobs.
Totally.
With that.
And also I feel like a big thing that we can touch on is, because a lot of people who want to get into voice acting kind of, I mean, at least what I see is people have their own kind of home studio setup where they kind of can do everything at home. So we can kind of go into like what you would need for a home studio setup and the kind of equipment, you know, from a person who maybe has experience in acting but has no experience, or maybe not, but has no experience in audio. So you're like, this is, you know, the kind of microphones you can choose from. This is the kind of routing that you'll need to use for at home. You know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That is a whole rabbit hole that we can dive into as well.
That's one of the main kind of questions, right?
Because that is a question that often comes up is, for people like, is the quality of the recording for their clients. They need it to be, you know, how can they do it at the lowest cost possible?
Yeah, where most likely they don't have a room that's treated.
That's right, yeah.
That's the main barrier.
Yeah.
And if you know what you're looking for, you can create like, you know, a blanket fortress.
100%. You can get ways around it. Yeah. A blanket fortress.
But then you've still got to know what you're hearing. And then the next thing is like how to process it and export it at a level that people are going to hear that it sounds professional. Yeah. I mean, that's probably where people freak out most.
Yeah.
Because getting a good mic is like a couple $100.
Yeah.
That'll do the job.
You can get by for, not a lot of money. Cool. So that's a whole topic as well.
Voiceover. We'll go next would be sound design.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
these are potential series, to be honest. These are like some of them could be like one episodes. Some of these could be like
just
multiple series. Like I imagine the podcast one kind of being the biggest one because if you probably if you're watching this, it means you're interested in podcasts, which maybe mean you might be interested in making one.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be the biggest crossover for the people who are watching or listening. So I feel like that could be a series in itself, and then we could have little mini series for a series in music production part one, or maybe just, as we go. That way you kind of know what you're getting yourself into when you're watching this.
Yeah. Then again, if people are asking questions, then that's going to dictate like what we do next.
Exactly. I think we're that's right. We're also flexible. So let's just do that. So Reece,
that tea is very interesting.
So, we made some quick tea before we jumped on, and you had like some sort of Singaporean black and green tea, which Reece added milk to. Don't know if that's legal in Singapore.
Well, I thought it was black tea, so
that's
I just
like 10 years in prison in Singapore, by the way.
Well, and I didn't know it had green tea in it. It's a weird flavored tea.
I've got like a morning sunshine black tea. Maybe that's the thing we'll do. We'll just say what we're drinking before we start the podcast.
Totally.
I don't know.
It's a good thing.
So at the beginning you said you had a name for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to reveal?
If it's weird or not. Because people won't get the reference.
Okay.
But we came here to Poddy. But then I'm like thinking maybe no one knows like Christina Aguilera and that song. So
we came here to Poddy. That's pretty good. Yeah,
we came here to Poddy.
Yeah. No, I like that. I don't even think you need to know the song to get to particularly get the reference.
Particularly,
that's fun.
Silly.
I think it's a fun, silly name. We like a lighthearted name.
Whether that's the name of like a crescendo podcast. Kind of no one knows that we're really recording this.
Yeah.
We just started.
We just literally just said, let's do it.
Yeah.
I think 2 days ago you were just like, let's just do it. I was like, cool, let's go.
I know. We'll stick with it until
we came here to Poddy.
Someone tells us that it's silly.
That's cool. I rate that name.
Other things we're going to talk about. Just talk about the random jobs that we do.
Cool.
A kind of eventually there'll be recaps of jobs.
Yeah.
We just did a jingle that came out.
That's right.
That was cool.
That was interesting.
That was for the boat show.
Yeah.
Which is now on radio everywhere.
Which is a convention that happens in May every year for
Hutch Wilco
boat show for like fishing and boating enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
It's a fun little job.
Yeah. I'm going to interview you about your career aspirations.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
I rate that.
And I mean, we'll just do an interview with you.
Cool.
maybe you interview me.
Sounds good.
If
I like that.
If you would like.
Yeah. No, let's do it. Let's do a bit of a swapsies.
Yeah, we'll interview Dave.
We'll swap chairs as well.
Yeah. We'll get Dave in here.
Cool. Yeah.
He's good for a chat.
Yeah. I think I also think to kind of two birds, one stone, the like technical, because we said before that we'll sort of test different setups, different mic setups. I think we just do these podcasts in different places in different ways. So like one episode, we'll do it on these mics, and then maybe one episode of so let's just say the Dave episode, maybe we interview him about, I don't know, music production or music mentoring. We just swap out the lights or swap out the microphones, or we'll do it in a different spot. I think that's kind of a cool way to stress test these different technological things. And then we can go, okay, that sounded like ass. Now we know.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. We'll do an outdoor episode.
Yeah, outdoor.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we go to the beach.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
we'll use these at the beach.
I don't want to like get the sand in them. We need to put
No, you're not going to. What are you going to roll around in the sand?
Well, sand gets everywhere. Let's build a sandcastle.
No, so like we'll put on the wireless transmitters.
Yeah. Okay.
We can do just like
but sand, we need to put like sand flies around. Sand gets everywhere.
We're not going on a windy day.
Okay.
I'll check the forecast.
Okay, we'll check the forecast.
Yeah. And we'll just go on a little tour down the road. We'll go to Piha. Since we're like 30.
I feel like we need to
I'm totally just inventing this right now, by the way.
Yeah, no.
It does sound cool.
I feel like we need to get some sort of hands-free setup so we can get like a little, I'm just imagining this. I don't know if this is even a thing.
Well, you could use like the little...
You can get obviously handheld stuff.
But I want to take a...
Yeah. I feel like we should get like a little harness with like a little clip on it, just sort of sits there.
God. People will think
we're nuts, I know, but...
No, people will think we're like hardcore producing some TV.
Well, we kind of are hardcore, aren't we? Hardcore producing something so low-key.
I mean, once you've got a camera that looks pretty intense and people automatically think you're legit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing.
I mean, the most obvious thing, we're going to go through all the gear that we have here.
True, gear stuff. I think that's something I'm interested in, you're interested in, maybe other people are interested in, is like gear, nerdy stuff.
Yeah, so you can just see what this studio looks like. I mean, anything. It. What we're using to record on, a Rodecaster Pro.
Yep.
Been using that for 5 years.
Yep.
Probably needs an update.
Yeah.
The cameras, Sony FX30s.
Yep. But that might switch around depending on what we do, but standard.
Yeah, and we're going to mix in an iPhone and just see what that kind of looks like. We might try some color lights. I don't know. We'll try anything.
Yeah.
And then anything else?
I feel like that's kind of the main basis, to be honest.
Yeah.
That covers us.
Yeah. I'm sure we will come up with more things.
Yeah.
I think the whole point of this is just doing it like hard and fast, edit quick. Should we cut this anywhere?
Nah. Let's keep it in. Everything in.
Straight in.
Yeah. No, I think we just send it. Yeah.
As much as possible.
I think keeping it is like...
We're going to do no edits.
I think no edits as much as possible.
Except when we go to 3 camera. Or should we just do... Nah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, yeah.
Yeah. 3 camera is cool because you can like just do more... I want to like zoom like...
Yeah. Or like you tell a joke and you can just sort of look at the camera or something, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we should do an episode actually. This is just sort of coming to my mind where we just eat food. Like we have like a mukbang or even like a hot ones, you know?
Yep.
That could be fun.
I'm going to do, maybe we'll do like try and do like a Henderson Eats.
Yeah, that's cool actually.
And we'll just like...
Rating like local
cruise
foods.
Around, yeah.
Yeah, I rate that actually. We set up a GoPro in the car and we just just drive somewhere.
Weekly updates on local gas prices.
Podcast turns vlog.
You got Gull Mobile.
This is like, I like this. This is like really pushing the limits of like, what is a podcast? We're turning it into like, because a podcast is usually like studio, but then we're just like, cool, let's just pick up the camera and move.
Yeah, just this morning's report.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a podcast really is. I mean, you can do like interviews or the full-on like TV productions, which you're seeing now, which is pretty much just TV.
Yeah.
It's not really a podcast anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very loose term and it doesn't really have to mean anything other than just recorded media that people can see.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll
check the time because we have another gig soon, another job. Okay, 12:22. Probably time for lunch.
We've gone over time.
We were supposed to finish at 12:15. That's okay. We didn't check our clock. That's something that we need to learn how to do, is just make sure we're not going over time.
Classic thing that happens with podcasts, go way over time.
Everyone does it. I don't think I've almost never, at least for like first time podcasts go, cool, we're going to aim for 30 minutes, and then it like ends at 30 minutes. It's always like 45 minutes.
And now I'm always remembering what Brad says about trying to like land the plane.
He always says landing the plane. It's a good analogy though.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah. Cool. How are we going to wrap up this podcast?
You're going to finish it and sign us off.
Okay, cool. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this was not just a bunch of rambling.
No, it was very coherent.
It was super coherent. And hopefully this is actually what people want to watch or listen to. We're kind of just sort of seeing how it goes and just sort of doing stuff that interests us. Yeah. And I think that's kind of how it should go, really. Just do stuff that interests you and keep it interesting for yourself, because that's kind of the most important thing is that you just keep on creating it, because you'll get better as you go. Don't overthink it. And with that, we'll wrap up this episode. Episode 1 of the working title, We Came Here to Poddy.
That was very podcast.
That was very podcast. Yeah. Cool. And in the spirit of no cuts, I'm going to walk and turn off the camera and the roadcaster. Cool. Here we go.
Peace out. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Should we do one of these?
Boom.
Boom. This is us from the future.
Visual effects and all. We didn't have a podcast tile, and we wanted to try and upload it today.
Yeah.
Are we going to?
Yeah. Why not?
Do we need social media clips ready? Cut one tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you need a tile to upload, and we forgot. You need an audio, and we need a tile.
Yeah.
So we quickly took a photo right here, and this is what we're looking at putting on for now.
That better be in frame. We came here to party. Poddy.
You came here to Poddy. Yeah, because we don't really need anything super fancy. We can upgrade it later. We just need something really quick and fun. So, yeah. Any other thoughts with the color scheme and design of that one, Reese?
It kind of gave me Kanye vibes.
We're not associated, by the way. Just as a clarification.
Sunday service. I don't know. They're wearing orange, and it was a grey day.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's design genius.
We wanted to show the process of creating a podcast, and this is part of the process of just coming up with a quick design. So, yeah, there will be updates in the future on this, but for now, this is what we're sending it with.
It can change.
It can change at any time. So, yeah. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Cool.